Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And I'm sorry I haven't posted in a couple of days. I don't even know what today is. Let me check the calendar. Oh, looks like it's the 29th of July, 2020. So what's been going on is it's just been way too hot to do anything. We've gone like 29 days in a row with temperatures well over 100 degrees every day. And just too hot to do anything. Right now, it's like, well, let's see, it's 7:28, no, it's 7:12 p.m. And today is 7:28. And right now, in the garden house, let me get this up where we can get some light on it. Right now in the garden house, it's 106 degrees out there, and it's 96 right here in this room. So yeah, it's been just a little bit on the hot side. So besides that, I made a big boo-boo, and remember last week I had gout, and I went and got myself some cherry juice, and I sat down and took care of it. Well, I started feeling better the next day, and guess what I did? Well, I went back to drinking beer. And with this hot weather, you know, cold beer and a nice barbecued steak just tastes just great. Well, I was doing all the things I shouldn't be doing when I'm trying to get rid of the gout. So my foot's been swollen up, and I've been spending most of my days other than going out and feeding the chickens and making sure they got water, or going out to the garden house and trying to keep things watered. And I gave away a bunch of my tomatoes to my neighbors today, and some grapes off the grapevine because, well, with the problem I've got, I'm not supposed to be having acidic foods like tomatoes. So I can't eat the tomatoes, and I have way more than I can handle. But standing on my foot long enough and running a steam pot in here to can tomatoes with these temperatures just didn't sound like a good thing to do. So I contacted my neighbors. I said, hey, come on down, get some tomatoes and grapes before they go bad on me. So I'm glad they got some of that. Keeping the plants alive and watering them as I can. I can't work inside the garden house with these temperatures. I mean, when I get up in the morning and the sun is just coming up over the mountains, it's already 110 degrees inside of that greenhouse. Well, I can't be putting in a concrete floor in 110 degrees. Not only will it be too hot for me to work, but concrete ain't gonna like that. If it dries or cures too quickly, it will crack like crazy. So that's why I haven't posted in the last couple of days. And right now, I'm sitting down watching a show on TV here. I forget the name of it, something like Platoon or something like that. It's about a bunch of young Marines going through boot camp, and one of them is an old hippie, and he's teaching all the others meditation so that they can survive through all of the rigorous training through basic training. And the drill sergeant just isn't liking that. So that's pretty much all I've been doing. And let me get over here and show you one other thing. My hot water pumps, here they are, came in. They've been in the post office for a couple of days, but I had these sent to my neighbor's address, and it was weird the way they handled this stuff. But these came out of China, so they had to quarantine them for like 3 weeks before they actually released them to the post office. But anyway, these little tiny things, you see it fits right in the palm of my hand. They got a 1/2 inch inlet, 1/2 inch outlet. I already unscrewed the top and looked inside. It's got a plastic curled impeller, and other than that, the motor is completely waterproof from the impella and the outside part. It's got a little arrow on top, shows you direction of flow. And this is 1/2 inch male iron pipe on both inlet and outlet. So these will be going on my hot water solar panel, or one of them will anyway, on this hot water solar panel to move the water through the solar panel and into my water wall, which it doesn't look like I'm going to need for a while if these temperatures keep up. And I was just looking at the weather a little while ago, and it looks like they are going to keep up. It's actually going to get even hotter this weekend. And then go all through next week, same thing again. All these temperatures have been cresting 100 degrees at least each day. Most of them have been 103, 104. So yeah, it's pretty hot. Well, I did see a video today from a couple. They're actually a British couple, and they were traveling around Europe in a big van, and they had it converted so it's like a camper inside. Well, guess what? It was strange that it just popped up on my screen, but they took a IBC tote and turned it into a dip pool so they can climb into it and cool off, because they're having 104 degrees temperatures, and they're in Portugal right now. So that's pretty interesting. And if they're watching this, I'm going to give them a shout out. Hey, nice watching your video. You stole my idea, except on mine, I'm going to be hooking one of these pumps into the system, and the pump will circulate the water inside, and I'll be running that back out through a sediment filter to pick up all of the junk and stuff that'll get into the water. So I'll have a skimmer at the top of the unit, and then this will circulate the water, let it go through the skimmer and through a filter, and then back into the system. And I might just put a couple of jets around the outside so that when this circulates the water, it moves all of the water inside, because it'll be big enough for 2 people to sit in once I put the bench seats in and that stuff. All right, one last thing before I close this off, and I did get 3 of these pumps because 3 of them were cheaper than 2. Go figure that. So I figured, why not? If one burns out, I got another, and I might be able to use these for something else, because I don't have to pump hot water through them. They're just designed for hot water, but I can pump cold water through them too. All right, so I haven't had these in a long time. Okay, 0% trans fat, 0 preservatives, PikNik shoestring potatoes, the originals. All right, made in the USA, non-GMO, project verified, certified gluten-free. Okay, so everything on here sounds good, right? Except a little, maybe a large to show detail, things like that. Then you come around the back here, and it starts saying, PikNik selects only the best fresh non-GMO potatoes, then slice them a little thicker, a little longer. They're superior, richer potato flavor. We quickly fry our shoestring potatoes in 100% pure vegetable oil, and then immediately pack them in our Stay Fresh reclosable canisters. And this ensures a crisp, crunchy texture and superb fresh fried potato taste. Okay, so everything in this thing sounds just great, right? We come down here to the nutrition facts, and yeah, it's a little bit high in saturated fat, but the total fat on it is lower than the saturated fat, so that's, you know, that's a good sign. No cholesterol. Sodium's a little on the high side at 3% per serving, or 30% per canister, but that's still not that high. Okay, the carbs are within relative, and you know, no sugars, things like that. 33% dietary fiber. That's good, right? All right, so everything sounds good here. So why not eat these things? Well, just out of the clear blue sky. When I popped the cover off, I threw it down on the table. Never even paid attention to this little black thing on top here. Look at this. Consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including acrylamide, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. For more information, go to PC5 warnings or P65 warnings, california.gov/food. Now, isn't that amazing? And then down here it says it's also distributed in the Philippines. I wonder if they have that same cover in the Philippines or if it's just required here in the state of California. Oh well. Weird stuff. Thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. Sorry I didn't have any more interesting content, but I'm hobbling around on a swollen foot, so it takes me time to get things done. This is GBear thanking you for joining me, and please subscribe. I can use some more subscribers. GBear signing off.